Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. Little gets the blood boiling. Why like a rivalry game? Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, catching up with Clemson's head coach before the game. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Noles headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Sellers. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Sellers can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The decibel level starting to increase here on this early 3rd and 10. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Left side is Moore. He's down right there, but he has plenty to pick up the first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know
he's got it along the sideline. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Clemson set up with another first down. Running inside, it's Johnson. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. quick completion on the out route. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it back to him. Defense all over him.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Making his first move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the grab. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They'll give it to Johnson. Drop immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
From the gun, it's Davidson. Jumped on top of the pile.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push the guy backwards and make some holes?
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Now here's Sellers. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Oh, pressure's coming.
Quarterback gets sacked at his own 2-yard line. Give the defense a ton of credit. They were going for the safety, and they almost got it. Great effort up front by the D.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. He's going for it all. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Play fake, Sellers. Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing, Sellers. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Right side, it's Johnson. Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Tough run here, it's Johnson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. As we get a look at the stats, they are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Here's Sellers to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a first and goal.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Lets it go to the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Lets it fly. Intercepted deep in his own end.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun on third down, Lewis. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Sellers rushes on. Good job just to get rid of that one.
You're welcome. That's what the defensive line just said to the secondary. Ball comes out quick, inaccurate. Why? Because we're getting pressure on the quarterback right away.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Sellers. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
They need a huge play on third and long. The run inside. It's Croma. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got it near midfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he'll just take a knee in this drive. Start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Raiola fires to the tight end. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. The Noles moving quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Here comes the heat. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. This is a designed run. Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Kick is in the air. Trying to get started. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, and you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone, the offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. And made sure that one fell incomplete.
Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. On the RPO. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Got his man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
Well, they were able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Gets the back moving. Sellers throws to the wideout, working the middle, building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Clemson is quick to the line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Second and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's going to fire deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. His third touchdown of this game, and his third on the season.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Raiola to throw. Out wide left, it's Boggs. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They want to run this quarterback across the 45. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Rush right in his face. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Left side is Lopez. FSU calling its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quick give. It's Davidson. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we have run out of time in the second quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the #1 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Aggies coming away with the victory. Of the highest scoring games we've seen all season, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll start the third quarter with the run. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Got him right there.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Seminoles want to move quickly.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tigers. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Makes the tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. On the gun on third down, Lewis. Fires to the middle. Dangerous throw on that one.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on in midfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Sellers. Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Finds his big tight end. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Here's Sellers to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. They'll send the back in motion. Sellers on the play action. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Splits the uprights. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this... And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Lewis. Out wide left, it's Carter. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Look out! And down he goes.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They were all over it.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Hauls it in. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice.
He's got it down the field. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Sellers. Fires to the tight end. He's dropped. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Sellers to the air again. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. He breaks a tackle. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Lewis on the play action. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Noles are rolling down the field.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, this They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put two.
Looking for a huge play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Throws it off the RPO. Still on his feet at the 45. Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Florida State. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And the extra point gets him a little closer at 31-10. From deep, it's Vaughn. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. His offense was challenged after a poor showing last week, and they have answered the bell. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throwing, Sellers. He tries to take the top off. Makes a deep grab. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Got some green grass. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway.
He lets one fly deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. The handoff to Johnson. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Sends it back in motion. Here's Sellers to throw. Shoots it to the left. This time it's complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Caught. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They go play action with Sellers. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown,
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Here's Lewis to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Motion from the wide receiver. RPO complete. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 4th down, Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.